Most people don't know how dark of a time it was when the new Avengers were formed, and the insane things that they would go through. Welcome to Comic Book Team-Ups, the new Avengers. What led to the formation of the new Avengers was an event called Avengers Disassembled. The Scarlet Witch starts tweaking out on her fellow Avengers when she finds out the kids that she conjured into existence aren't real. Avengers like Scott Lang, Hawkeye, and Vision end up dying. Avengers Mansion is destroyed. The UN is no longer working with the Avengers. And after all this chaos, Tony can no longer financially support the team. So now what? Now our story brings us to Electro and the Raft. He got hired to cause a massive power outage and break out every villain locked up at this prison. Spider-Man and Captain America are one of the first heroes on the scene. Spidey ends up getting jumped. Bad. Carnage is throwing hands with Luke Cage, Spider-Woman, and Daredevil. And if it wasn't for Foggy, who convinced the Sentry, who was also locked up in the Raft at the time, to help them out, it would have been cooked. This is also where we get the iconic panel of Sentry ripping Carnage in half. Big prison break happens and 42 villains do end up escaping, but the heroes do get a handle on the situation. Cap would try to convince Iron Man to reform the team again, believing the heroes that teamed up at the Raft wasn't just a coincidence. Cap would go around recruiting every hero that was at the Raft breakout, with everyone accepting the offer to join the Avengers except Daredevil. And so starting out, the new Avengers consist of Iron Man, Cap, Spidey, Luke Cage, and Spider-Woman. And shortly after, they would add characters like Wolverine, Sentry, and Ronin to the team. After the events of Civil War, leadership of the team would fall under Luke Cage. This would also be the team where Bucky officially takes on the mantle of Captain America. And like I said at the beginning of this video, it was a very dark time to be an Avenger. This still had to deal with Scarlet Witch's mental health crisis, and she starts the House of M event, which deactivated the mutant gene in over 90% of mutants. And then Civil War happened, which split up the team before anybody realized they had to deal with the Skrull invasion. And to wrap this all up in a bow tie, S.H.I.E.L.D. was decommissioned and replaced by Hammer, with Norman Osborn leading them and forming his own evil-ass group of Avengers.